We are going to talk about how to do this problem. Okay, how do we print pluses into two columns? Okay, let's me try to explain what this is all about first. Then it becomes very easy for you to come up with the solution. uh, Here, if you look at each row, we have the pluses on the column A increasing by 1, right? And if you see here, the space, if you is decreasing here at each row. Okay, the number of spaces is decreasing, whereas the number of pluses are increasing, and then followed by a constant number of spaces here. Okay, there is a constant number of spaces in the middle, followed by again number of spaces. And if you see in this column, the number of pluses is decreasing, and the number of uh, uh, spaces is increasing. Okay, that is the key you need to understand. Okay, let me wrap this again. At each row, if you see, the pluses is increasing on column A with a decreasing number of spaces, all right, followed by a constant number of spaces in the middle, and at each row in column B, the number of pluses is decreasing and the number of spaces is increasing. Okay, let me explain this with a 5 by 5 matrix. Okay, and if you see, let me put, okay, so here plus 3 pluses, 4 pluses. I'm using the index starting with 1 just to make it clear. Okay, all right. So at each row, if you see it, we are talking about column A now. Okay, number of pluses, how do we represent at each row? Is nothing but just I, right? So now I equal to 1, we have number of pluses is 1. I equal to 2, number of pluses is 2. I equal to 3, number of pluses is 3. So how do we write a for loop for that? Right? J equal to 0, j less than I, j plus plus, right? So C out plus, right? So this will take care of my pluses on the column A. Now followed by the number of spaces, right? I'm going to represent spaces as like a 0 maybe. Okay, just to, okay. So number of spaces, if you see here, how much spaces we have here? 4, right? 3, 2, 1, 0. So how do we come up with a formula now? Okay? How do you do that? We have the total number of columns is 5, right? We have 5 in this case. In your case is 10. So it's 5. We already taken the I, so minus I. So is this true? 5 minus I. That means 5 minus 1 is 4. 5 minus 2 is 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. 5 minus 4 is 1. 5 minus 5 is 0. So number of spaces is represented by this formula. That's all we need. So here, if you go back here, for j equal to 0, j less than 5 minus I, j plus plus. All right. So what you print spaces, right? So that is taken care of the uh, spaces. Then we say in the middle we have 10 constant spaces, which is easy, right? The 10 constant spaces, how do you print it? Very simple. For j equal to 0, j less than 5, in your case is 10, j plus plus, C out. Alright, you can combine these two, but it's okay for now. And then let's talk about, let me copy this to a PowerPoint, okay? Alright, now we are done with this. We're going to talk about the other one. One second, let me erase these pluses here. Alright, now we are going to talk about the column B now. The pattern B right now, okay? Let's go. So here if you see, I have plus, 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 right? It's decreasing at each row. Oh, okay, let me finish. Oh, there it is. Plus and plus, right? So how many pluses we have? Number of pluses. We have to come up with a formula, like, right? How is that? So we have now maximum number is 5 columns, right? So 5 minus I, will it work? 5 minus I for each row, it's 4, 3, it won't work like that. So we need to add 1. 5 minus 1 plus I, that brings us what? Number of spaces. First row we have 5, second row is 4, so which is 5 minus 2 plus 1. Third row 5 minus 3 plus 1, which is 3. 5 minus 4 plus 1, which is 2, which is 2, right? Row 1, 2, 3, 4. We have that's what? 4 is 2. 3 is 3. 5 minus 4, say 5 minus 5 is plus 1 is 1. So this is the formula to come up with the pluses, right? So this is the formula. So how do we do that? For j equal to 0, j equal to 5 minus I plus 1, j plus plus. So C out. I made the same mistake. Plus, right? So we know how to print the pluses in a decreasing manner in each row. How do you work with number of spaces now? What is the formula? So here number of spaces, if you see, is the same formula that it uses the previous, right? Where maximum is 5 and the number of pluses, right? 5 minus I plus 1. That translates into I plus 1, I minus 1, right? How do we get that? So here 5 minus 1 is, 1 second, okay, let's go back here. Here I minus 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, right? 2 minus 1 is 1, so we have a space. 3 minus 1, which is 2. 4 minus 1, which is 3, right? 1, 2, 3. 5 minus 1, which is 4. So that is the formula you should use for the last one. So for j equal to 0, j less than I minus 1, j plus plus. And at the end, when we are done, we have to put an end of line. Where, right? End of line. See out. So the whole thing, this entire thing should be wrapped in a very outer loop. For instance, let me take a simple example here. So let's say loops for, okay, let me increase this font size. For I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, so here you come write all this for loop that we wrote. How many for loops we have? If you go back here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these for loops should be within this guy. Okay, 5 for loops. Alright, that will do it. We'll again go and discuss in the class. Okay, thank you.